Okay, so it's Jonas of Namibia who goes through, and as Ron was saying, he was a class act that we saw in Glasgow, and he is one of the men to beat tomorrow in that light welter. Now we are moving up the divisions now. 8 home nations boxers have already guaranteed themselves a place in tomorrow's finals. Will Gravesend's Clarke be amongst them? Because as we go up to the 91 kilo division, that is the heavyweights. And Chev, well, he's a very likeable big man. We met him yesterday actually when he came down with some of his England colleagues down here to Karawa Park in Broadbeach. This is his second time at the Commonwealth Games. He's 27 years old. He only took up boxing actually 8 years ago, and this second appearance in the game is going a heck of a lot better than his first 4 years ago.
I'm a heavyweight boxer, 91 kilos. My best asset is my feet, and probably my smile. My feet helps me to get inside my opponent and then go up to the head, work from the body up to the head.
You're going into your second Commonwealth Games, right?
Yeah, 2014 in Glasgow, I went with Jamaica. A bit controversial how I got there, but I did go, didn't get the result I wanted, and I came back and I stopped boxing. Started boxing again 2 years later in 2016, and after winning the ABAs, I got my invitation to come and trial for England, and here I am today.
The last time in Glasgow with Jamaica, what was that whole experience like for you?
It was phenomenal. The amount of people that was there, the amount of athletes that was there was multiple sports there. And like, you're there with superstars. I'm like chilling, Usain Bolt, my next door neighbor, and I'm like, yo, like, I see this guy on TV, do you know what I mean? So it was phenomenal, a very humbling experience, do you know what I mean?
4 years on, how are you different as a boxer?
Yeah, first of all, I'm honoured to be boxing for England. I mean, as a boxer, I've developed humongously. So I'm just dying to show people what I can do and bring back a gold medal. Nobody wants to be second, you know what I mean? Everybody loves a winner. And we don't go out there to be second. So, yeah, go out there, perform, and show what we've been training to achieve, and go out and do it.
What if you get to come up against a Jamaican boxer there?
Hey, it's business, man. It's business. I'm going to the top. It's going to be England on top of the podium.
Humongous improvement, that's what we love. He's a very likeable big fella, isn't he? And Chev now up against one of the mavericks in the whole programme. It's New Zealand's David Nyika, who won gold in Glasgow 4 years ago, but at light heavyweight, so he's moved up here. Now, he's had a major falling out with his coach in the interim and found himself with not a gym attached to, and he was able to train in a supermarket car park in Hamilton in the middle of the North Island. So he really is his own man here, and he's definitely one to watch. This has been one of the best anticipated fights of the whole semi-final programme. It's the heavyweight semi-final. It's Chev against David, and it's Richie and Ron who are looking after it for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the referee for the following bout. From Canada, round of applause please for Frank Biacco. Judging the following bout, Judge 1, Japan, Judge 2, Ireland, Judge 3, Fiji, Judge 4, Trinidad and Tobago, Judge 5, Turkmenistan. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first boxing out of the red corner. This afternoon representing New Zealand, let's welcome
Heads up. No holding. Keep the punches up. Listen to my commands at all times. Touch close.
We're in the 91 kilogram heavyweight division, and this is a matchup between the two highest ranked men in the tournament. They're from New Zealand and England, and the taller boxer wearing red is the 8th ranked boxer in the world, David Nyika, the man who took Commonwealth Games gold down at light heavyweight. That's 10 kilograms south 4 years ago in Glasgow. He's since bulked up, broadened out, now 22 years of age, and he's in against the more compact figure, Cheavon Clarke of England. He's ranked number 5 in the world, the reigning European Championship silver medalist. And these two squaring off for a place in the gold medal bout.
Clarke knows all about Nyika. They've sparred each other many times in the build-up to the Commonwealth Games. Nyika has been over at GB in training camps and also representing the British Lion Arts in WSB boxing. And so for preparing for WSB, he sparred Clarke a lot in the build-up to the games. So Clarke knows he's got to get inside the longer reach of Nyika, who's a very talented, skillful boxer. A lot of single shots comes from this New Zealander. Clarke knows it's a case of head movement, fast feet in, and when he gets there, whips the right hand over. That's what Clarke needs to do, and again.
3 times in quick succession, but that's a beautiful counter right hand from Nyika, getting himself back to the space of center ring. It's been a rather staccato tournament for both men, but Clarke really targeting that right hand upstairs with bad intentions. Nyika trying to get that jab working, but Clarke is proving difficult to repel.
Again, Ronald, a case of got to avoid shots on the inside as he's going forward as Clarke.
Got caught by a right uppercut, just as you were saying that, Richie. Back comes a right hand over the top again from Clarke. Furious tempo being set by the man in blue. Nyika to tie his man up on the inside. There's a cracking right hand, and it caused Nyika's knees to dip. Driven back to the corner post in the neutral corner.
Good shot from Clarke over the top. Important now, he switches the attack and whips shots into the body also on the inside. There's that head movement from Clarke. Got to avoid punches also, especially as he's coming forward. But he's got to get his feet into the right position. Got to be close enough to land that right hand over the top. But this contest could change on one shot. Good punch there from Nyika. Clarke, busy, exciting type of boxer, forcing the pace.
Well, their contrasting statures result in completely different styles, and they have gelled to produce a cracking first round in this semi-final.
So Clarke on the front foot, finds the target there, super punch, and then just whisks another one past Nyika's chin. But a good start. His corner are pretty pleased with their man's performance in that opening round. Nyika had some success also, and he's dangerous with those single shots. But it was this fella on that front foot. There's Dave Alloway talking about the head movements also. It's very important for Clarke.
So into the second round then. Good left hand to the body from Clarke to begin the stanza. Both of these men occupied the podium at their respective continental championships. David Nyika took Oceanian continental gold last summer, whereas for Cheavon Clarke, it was a second place finish, taking a silver medal against Evgeny Tishenko, the reigning Olympic champion from Russia. At the European Continental Championships in Ukraine, as again he has success with looping right hands over the top, and Nyika is struggling to keep the man off. marauding attacks from the man in blue, and they are paying dividends.
Ring position crucial here for Clarke. Got to push Nyika back to the ropes. If Nyika holds the centre and moves around Clarke, he'll gain control because he's got full range of movement and can pick him off with those single shots. But Clarke there, doubling up his jab, right hand over the top, pushing Nyika back to the ropes. That's what he's got to target here, Ronald.
Oh, there's another arcing shot success for Clarke. Mention the fact that Nyika is a reigning Commonwealth champion in the 81 kilogram light heavyweight division. Clarke also contested that weight class 4 years ago when he was representing Jamaica. Now, oh, that's a good left hook again on the inside from Clarke. He's now a firm part of the England and GB setup. Cracking exchange. Oh, and then a whipping right uppercut from Nyika is a really eye-catching shot. Both of these men passing the chin check because they are landing some solid blows, particularly from the right flank. And is there a cut to the left eye of Cheavon Clarke? Yes, there is.
Better work from Nyika, centre of the ring, you see. So controlling the ring space better. Having some success there. Good right uppercut, which is a shot that he's got to throw against someone who's shorter. But look at that response from Clarke, right hand over. But again, Clarke got to push his man back, getting back onto the ropes.
Well, Nyika trying to come forwards now. He keeps switching stance. Well, I say keep, he's switched occasionally to turn to the port-sided stance. Now back in orthodox. Good work to the body from Clarke. Again, he's got the man in red back towards the ropes. And again, he clips Nyika with a good right hand. This is terrific action. Cheavon Clarke, the busier boxer. There's another thunderous right cross once again. Bobbing and is weaving his way forwards once more. Frank Fiacco warning or speaking to Clarke about keeping his head up. Clarke planting his feet into the canvas and winging in big shots. What a round, my goodness.
So now maybe get some little 2s and 3s and just pick one of those shots and put a bit of heat on.
New Zealand coach there, talking about boxing at range, feeling his man, he's in control of things. He certainly did have a better second round when he's finding his range and distance. But here in this exchange, Clarke had the better of things, but then gets caught there. Now Nyika starting to control the distance better. In and out, good long range work from him. Centre of the ring. Clarke's picked up a little cut there on that left eye. Big round now he needs here, Clarke.
So into the third and final round of a 91 kilogram heavyweight contest that is perhaps in the balance. Cheavon Clarke cut over his left eye in the second round. The 22nd cut of the tournament. Good defensive work by Nyika. Nyika found his range during that second session with some wonderful long-range boxing, some eye-catching crosses and uppercuts, particularly from the right flank. But Clarke, make no mistake, was the busier boxer. The man giving the impression that he is forcing the action, trying to drive the taller man back towards a place of confinement on the ropes. Nyika switches southpaw. Clarke continuing to walk his man down, just looking to work his way inside. The attempted right hand catching the man on the shoulder blade, and he was picked off by a right hand counter as he was withdrawing that shot.
What's important for Clarke here, Ronald, his head movement. He's got to move his head. Nyika keeps trying to pick him off and catching him with them single shots. So it's plenty of head movement from Clarke as he's going forward to draw the lead, slip the shot and then whip the right hand over. That's what he's got to do. Clarke's the type of boxer who can find that one single shot that can change everything.
Approaching the midpoint of the third and final round. 11 men making up the heavyweight bracket of the Commonwealth Games boxing tournament. In the first round, it was a bye for Clarke. before, oh, good right hand, but what a right hand in response. And Nyika's boxing stance got completely disrupted. Big exchange of shots there from the two boxers.
Yeah, and that's just spurred Clarke on a little bit, hasn't it? He took a good shot, but he also landed an absolute belting right hand. So this is anybody's now, and Clarke's looking for that big shot. He's really going for it, but Nyika himself landed some good punches.
So inside the final minute, Clarke came through a hard-fought quarter-final against Scotland's Scott Forrest, and plenty of heavy leather was traded in the course of that contest. Nyika had a walkover in the second round because the quarterfinals, because his opponent from Cameroon didn't turn up. Big right hand again from Clarke is the more eye-catching shot of that exchange. Pecking straight, and then another exchange of straights. Big backhand from Clarke in response to the right jab from Nyika. All action stuff in the closing stages to determine who will go through to the gold medal bout.
This one's anybody's. Last 15 seconds coming up. Clarke needs a good shot here just to impress those judges. Forced back, Nyika onto the ropes. He does that, keeps it going. Great contest, this one.
And these two heavyweights trading leather right up until the final bell. What a terrific contest to determine who will go through to the final in the 91 kilogram heavyweight division. Cheavon Clarke gave it absolutely everything. So too did David Nyika. He's looking to return to a Commonwealth Games boxing final for the second successive tournament. But what a contest we had. The contrasting styles, the contrasting physiques, making for an absolute thriller.
Yeah, nip and tuck, wasn't it? There was Nyika landing the shot, but Clarke took it and just returned a right hand bang on the chin of Nyika. Nyika came back there with his hook, but there's the right hand over the top from Clarke. He kept it going right to the last second, did Clarke. It's anybody's. It's a close one, this.
And it's Nyika. David Nyika whoops with delight at having been declared a unanimous points decision victor over England's Cheavon Clarke. Lee Pullen and Dave Alloway know all about David Nyika, of course. He spent plenty of time up with the GB training camp, and that's how he did it. Look at that, 1 point in it for 4 of the judges, 2 points for the 5th judge. It's been that type of contest, and David Nyika is all smiles because for the second successive Commonwealth Games, he will be contesting for the gold medal, looking if he can move 10 kilograms north and add heavyweight gold to the light heavyweight title he won in Glasgow 4 years ago. But let's take a moment as Nyika is celebrating with friends and family up in the crowd. Let's take a moment to pay our respects to Cheavon Clarke because he played his part in what was an absolutely thrilling encounter. Nip and tuck all the way, absolutely nothing in it, and it's gone in favour of the man from New Zealand. Cheavon Clarke comes away with Commonwealth Games bronze. So here are images then from the 15th session of boxing. 14 semi-finals have been contested today. We've got another 14 semi-finals coming in the 16th session. That'll get underway at 9:30 a.m. UK time, but we'll leave you with these closing images from what has been a terrific day of boxing here on the penultimate day of competition on the Gold Coast. For Richie Woodall, I'm Ronald McIntosh, saying thank you for staying with us, and join us again 9:30 a.m. UK time for the 16th session of boxing from the Commonwealth Games boxing tournaments.
Chev, you've added Commonwealth Games bronze to your European silver from last year. Congratulations, how do you feel?
I don't feel it's quite good enough, but it is what it is, isn't it? We go back and work on what I did wrong there and come back. So, you know, he's not a bad opponent. So he's number 8 in the world, I'm number 5. That probably swapped now, but, you know, I can beat him. No problem. Just work on it and come back.
You two know each other really well. He's been up to Sheffield GB Boxing HQ to come and spar with you. Does that help? Does that give you insider knowledge?
I haven't really sparred with him, to be fair, because as I said yesterday, the day before, sorry, I've been injured for like 8 months now. So the last fight was my first fight back, you know, and it wasn't great, but I hoped I'd picked up a bit of, dropped a bit of ring rust. It was still a bit there, but you know, he's a good operator. We have him for WSB, so he must be good, you know what I mean? So I'm disappointed. Oh yeah, nobody comes here for a bronze medal. But yeah, it is what it is.
What's next for you, Chev?
Whatever they want me to do. You know, we don't bow down from no challenge, you know?
Congratulations on your bronze.
Oh, thank you, and thank you everybody for watching. Appreciate the support.
Well played.
Oh, Chev, we